3 methods, 1 video. Let's get your needles moving. We're going to start with the backward loop method. This one is best for quick swatches, professional cast-ons, or stitches you'll pick up later, fast but stretchy. Okay, so we're going to start making our slip knot. You're going to wrap the yarn around your fingers twice till you get that crossover, and you are just going to catch your yarn underneath and make your slip knot and pop that onto your needle. Okay, so that's going to be your first stitch. So now what you're going to do is you're going to loop the working yarn over your thumb from back to front and then around to the back again, and you're going to put your needle up, slide the thumb loop onto the needle and snug it up gently, not too tight. Again, you're going to come around over your thumb. So you have the yarn wrapped around your thumb. You're going to bring your needle up underneath the yarn, and then you're going to pull it snugly. That'll give you 3. So keep doing this until you have as many stitches as you need. As you can see, it just becomes natural. So again, back, front, under, slip your thumb out and pull it up snugly. Okay, so one more time, back, front, and then there you have it. You have these stitches now ready to knit. Okay, so loose is the goal here. A tight backward loop, cast on, and you'll be fighting on your row 1. Okay, so now let's move on to our second method of cast on, which is the long tail cast on. This method is best for most projects. It's neat, it's stretchy, and most commonly used cast on method out there. So you're going to measure your tail roughly an inch of yarn per stitch, plus a bit extra per stitch. Or what you can do, some people like to do, is to wrap the yarn around their needle to roughly give them several stitches and measure from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to do one more just because I need a bit for the slip knot, just a little bit extra. Again, we're going to make our slip knot at the same point. Okay, so now okay, so you're going to hold your needle in your right hand now that we have our slip knot on here. You're going to drape the tail over your left thumb, and you're going to put your working yarn over your left index. Okay, so it'll kind of give you the look of a slingshot. So the yarn that we measured our stitches on is here. This strand is going to the ball of yarn. So easiest way to do it, have them separated a little bit, fingers in, and pick up both loops. And this is the way you should be right now. Okay, so now you're going to scoop the needle up and through the loop on your thumb. Then you're going to go over and down through the loop on your index finger. Then you're going to drop the loop off your thumb and onto your needle. And that'll give you your first stitch. Sorry, that'll give you your second stitch, because your slip knot counts as your first stitch. So again, have your little slingshot. So you're going to come in under, over, and then over again. up underneath that loop, between the loop and between your thumb and your index finger, you're going down under the loop that's going over your index finger. That'll go over your needle. And the loop you have in your thumb, you're going to drop it over your needle. It does become rhythmic after a while, but it takes a little bit of practice. Under, between, up, over. Okay, one more time. Under the first strand, in between the two loops going over your thumb, down between your thumb and your index, and pull up the far side of that strand over your index finger, and then drop the loop off your thumb over your needle. Okay, so and that is your longtail cast on. Looks complicated, but it's easy enough after a while. Okay, so now we're going into our third method, which is the German twisted cast on, aka the Old Norwegian. It's best for ribbing, cuffs, hat brims, anywhere you need a real stretch. Okay, so to set up, again, set up your slip knot and tail exactly the same as you did for the long tail cast on. And again, you're going to get your slingshot the same as we did previously. You're working yarn to the ball over your index finger, and the extra yarn that you worked up for your stitches coming over your thumb. Okay, so for the twisted German cast on, underneath both strands, point your needle towards your thumb, drag it down so you're pulling up this loop. Then you're going to go over and you're going to pick up the yarn on your index finger, and then just under here you can see there's a little X where the yarn is twisted, and this is where you want to bring your yarn back out, release it off your thumb and pull it snug. Okay, one more time. Underneath both strands, point towards your thumb, bring it down. So you have the loop there, so keep your finger to that to help you. Going to go over it and we're going to pick up the strand from our index finger, and then we're going to find where that X is, and we are going to come back through there, and release this yarn off your thumb and then pull it snug. That will give you your stitches. That is your German twisted cast on, and it's nice and stretchy, and once you get used to it, you'll be flying. You see that extra twist that we're getting when we're coming back here? So this little twist here, just here, that's the whole trick. What that gives the cast on is its stretchiness. And there you have it. That's 3 cast on methods now. 3 jobs: back loop for speed, long tail for your everyday go-to, and the German twist for stretch. Full playlist for beginners knitting basics is linked below. I'll see you in the next one.